love San Francisco. You know, my daughter is a banana slug. She went to Santa Cruz. So I spent just about every weekend for 4 years up in San Francisco is where I'd meet her, because there seemed to be more to do and a lot of restaurants in San Francisco. It's a good place to eat. So I've spent a lot of time in San Francisco. It's a good place for comedy. One of my first gigs was there in San Francisco. I played the clubs up there. It's got a great comedy audience. It's just a great town. And I live in California, so it's you know, it's a sister city to where I live, and I love it. I feel like it's a second home. Well, this show is different than any other hidden camera show in the sense that it is a hidden camera comedy game show. So it's hidden camera, it's comedy, and it's game all combined. And it's real people also being the makers of the prank. So here's how it works. For those that haven't seen it before, we set up hidden cameras in a public place like a restaurant with microphones, and then we can listen, kind of like the NSA, into what's going on and at different tables, and kind of glean who these people are and what the relationship. We can go, oh, look, that's a father and a daughter. Those seem to be coworkers. They seem to be best friends. So we'll say, okay, that person with the black sweater, bring them back. A waitress will go over and say, hey, do you want a free lunch? If you want a free lunch, all you got to do is fill out a survey. They come to the back if they want to do it, and then we say, there's no survey, there's no free lunch. It's a comedy game show. You can win $5,000. Do you want to play? If they say yes, we put a hidden, an earpiece in their ear, send them back out. They cannot let anybody in the restaurant, including, and more importantly, the person they're with, know they're on a TV show, and then the fun begins. A celebrity guest host will give them requests in their ear. The more they do, the more money they win. So you could say, hey, listen, there's a lady in a blue sweater sitting 2 tables away. Look, she's eating chocolate cake. For $500, get up, walk across the restaurant, don't say anything, and just push your face into her chocolate cake and leave it there until I say lift it for $500. And then you sit there and you go, it's so squeamish to watch it, because you go, will he do it? And if he does do it, well, how's the person with the cake going to react? How's everybody in the restaurant, especially the person they're with, how are they going to react? So that it's kind of funny. You never know what's going to happen. You never know how somebody will react. And that's what makes it different and funnier than just a plain hidden camera prank show, because it's usually actors. These are real people. And they've never been under the camera or under the stress of having to act normal when their face is in a stranger's cake. And that's what's fun about the show. So Friday nights, deal with it on TBS at 9 p.m. And I tweet live at Howie Mandel. For $2,500, you're gonna have to get your girlfriend to bite your fishbowl.
It really tastes a lot better like this. You should try some.
Are you sure nothing happened?
I mean, I can't eat my food like this.
You can.
You can give her a piece with your fingers. She's got to take it.
Please, just try some.
I'm not letting you stick your fingers in my mouth.
I'll wash my hands off if you try some.
I don't want to eat it out of your hand. I do not want to eat it out of your hand.
Please?
Please do not make me eat it out of your hand.
Please.
No.
Please.
I spent years teaching my children to be exactly like this girl, and then tonight, I'm throwing it all away. I think the one that's most memorable is when I turned 30, my friends gave me what they told me was an award-winning artist painting, an abstract painting, which I thought I was very moved that they would do this. And all my friends, like about 10 of them all together, they said this was, I got one present that year, was from them, because they pooled their money together, they told me, and this is an award-winning artist. And I framed it and put it, and it was in my house for like 10 years. And then I felt really bad, but my wife never liked the painting, and then I donated the painting to some place, and it was donated to a charity, and it's in a lobby of a building. And then and I got I'll be honest, I was claiming a tax write-off for it, and then and then when I turned 50, they gave me a note and some pictures that my friends all got drunk and they painted it themselves, and it wasn't worth any money. The place has the painting up, but I did give back the tax money. Coming up this season. I don't want to give it away, but there is stuff like you have never seen before. We pushed it a lot further. We made it a lot bigger. There's huge stunts, big celebrities. It's going to be a really fun season, and it all starts Friday night, tomorrow night, on TBS. I'm co-hosting the first one with Theo Von, and Nick Cannon is there. Nick Cannon does this thing with a father, with a daughter and a mother, and they're in a restaurant, and he has her request the waiter to come over, a young man, a young handsome guy, with and bring a cucumber, and she proceeds to do things in front of her daughter with a cucumber that you don't want your mother to do. I guess you don't want anybody to do in a public restaurant.